promotion noise.
No, it's the blast off. We just blasted off for the
blast
podcast.
off. Welcome to the Rad Dudecast, episode 15.
So loud.
That's fine. Let it ride hot. We just did a professional level audio check.
We did.
We've been checking the audio for 1 hour. This is the Rad Dudecast, episode 15. My name is Brendan Eyre. I'm here in Astoria, Queens. I'm here with...
It's me, Anthony.
Oh, guys, if it's too loud for you at home, just turn the volume down. Because we're pumping loud here.
That's a good tip.
We're blasting my ears right now.
That's a good tip. That was Greg Stone, our audio man, giving out the tips. If it's too loud, turn down the volume.
Just turn the volume down.
That's a little tip. We're here. I'm feeling good. I'm in a great mood. I had a great set last night. Why did you do that?
I kind of tired, I think.
I know, but I don't need that. I don't need that loud yawn. The podcast is starting.
That was like a train noise.
I feel good.
Well,
I had a great set last night. A Carrot Clank show.
No, I had a great set at Carrot Clank show. Don't if you're trying to do a thing where you pretend to have my life.
Real quick, before we get started, I can't have you sitting. You're sitting. The way he's sitting is directly sitting in front of me. We are knee to knee, eye to eye. It looks like we're playing $2,000 pyramid.
First of all, I think they were playing for more than $2,000. But second of all,
high stakes here on $2,000 pyramid.
Welcome.
You can pay your rent for 2 months.
Welcome to the $159 pyramid.
Dude, I'll play for any amount of money. I need any kind of money. I'll pay for. We want to do $20 pyramid right now. I'll go one-on-one against either of you in the $20 pyramid.
Well. I will take that challenge, but speaking of the doing anything for money, so the gathering of the Juggalos was this weekend.
Yeah.
You familiar with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm staring at you. What's wrong with eye contact? See, maybe you're afraid this will make you pay attention to the podcast. Is that what you're afraid of? Don't look away from me. Why can't we have eye contact
look through the closet.
Like two men. No, turn around. You're not looking in the closet.
That's how bulls fight each other.
How do bulls fight each other?
They stare one-on-one in the face. Men, friends. That's why bars, everyone sits next to each other. Because men, as a sign of friendship, will sit shoulder to shoulder. Only confrontation sits eye to eye. That's why I can't.
I'm giving you these two sweet baby blues right now.
You have blue eyes? You have brown eyes?
Yeah, I have blue eyes and blonde hair. Can't you see?
Yeah. No, I can't.
I have blue eyes. I have a blonde ponytail.
I'm looking at the fish.
I'm 6'3".
How tall are you for real? 5'11"?
I'm 5'10".
Short stack.
That's not.
I was calling you short stack.
Why you call me a short
5'10",
stack?
that's a good height.
5'10" is above the world
Short
average.
stack. You're 5'10".
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm 6, baby.
Are you 6?
Really?
I'm a 6
Yeah,
footer.
you're taller than me. How tall is
I'll
Anthony?
jam a basketball. Oh, that's a little guy. You're a little guy.
Anthony's
You're a short
4'11".
stack. I'm the tallest man in the
I'm
room.
not short stack. I'm middle.
Come on, short
Look,
stack.
If we were the bears eating the porridge, with the Goldilocks, Anthony would be the little baby.
That's
bear.
little baby Anthony. You're short stack, and I'm the monster Greg Stone.
Yeah.
I like porridge.
Porridge is good, although I call it oatmeal. Is there something different?
Porridge is
I've
anything
had
you pour.
it before, though. I like it. I've had it.
I'll tell you this.
Look.
That's a good time.
Look.
I'll tell you this. I'm not going to let this one slide. Porridge is not anything poor.
It is. You pour it. It's porridge. You put any kind of thing into a jar, pour it. It's porridge. That's what I call it.
Oh.
And heat it up. Heat up any kind of...
Anything that's poured and heated is porridge.
That's what I believe.
So when you would pour that in medieval times...
Has to be edible.
Oh, I was going to say, a guy's attacking your castle, you pour that hot oil on him, he says, a little porridge.
Yeah, you make a good case. That might be porridge.
Yeah.
Get the porridge on it. We're going to pour the hot molten... Yeah, I agree with that and myself.
That was the worst, when you went to storm a castle and they just poured boiling hot oil on your face.
You're staring through my soul.
Why can't I look at you?
You're breaking me down. You're breaking me down with your eyes.
This is why...
I'm not confident with myself anymore now because of the way you're looking at me.
You look great, first of all. If I can describe Greg Stone to our listeners, because this is an purely audio format, you might not know what he looks like.
Maybe we should get a camera in here.
I was going to say, are you even here? Are you even here today?
Yeah, man, I'm listening. You've been talking a mile a minute.
I think I get the bed situation. The bed situation makes people talk less.
Well, here's the thing.
I just had a comment about cameras.
I've changed my whole policy.
No one cares.
Because in the past, I've really been getting a lot of heat. I get mad when I get mad when there's people trying to sleep on the job. I get mad at the games. Now, You don't want in. Fine. He wants to sleep it over there. I let him sleep.
Well, let me
because
see.
My back hurts.
See,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's
a
not
bad
for
thing.
me to tell you not to have a hurt back.
Yeah, I know. I'm not happy about it either.
Neither am I.
Well, nobody is.
Why do you have? What are you sleeping on? A bag of laundry?
There's no. I
your pillow?
wanted. Brendan could have pillows if he wants them.
You have 1,000 pillows.
Well, I don't need pillows because I'm working.
I'm working too.
Oh, we gotta go back to next week. We're going back to the old system. You guys in the chair, me on the bed.
No, you're off the bed. 'Cause
No,
first of
you
all,
can't. No, you can't be on the bed.
But listen to
man.
how much I'm talking right now.
and it's great.
Someone needs to slow me down.
No, I don't need to slow
I'm
you
not
down.
going to let anyone else talk.
Yeah, I think we've got a great
obvious.
balance right now.
I have a better rapport when I'm half asleep because it slows me down.
No, I've gotten a lot of call-ins saying I love when Greg's up and at it, really giving it to the. So Gathering of the Juggalos. You guys know about this?
Oh, of course.
Where's that? In Albany?
It's somewhere in Illinois.
I've never been to Albany.
It's
It's
where
the capital.
You've never been to Albany?
No. I don't know
Binghamton.
how many
We went to Binghamton
capitals.
like a week ago.
Yeah, Ithaca, Binghamton. Have you guys been to all the capitals?
No, I've been to 3 states.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Maybe if we could not talk about the Gathering of the Juggalos and just talk about cities Anthony's been to. Hey,
Well, Greg too.
hey, have you been to Baltimore?
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting. How about Philadelphia?
Yes.
Ooh.
I've been to Philadelphia.
Yeah, I've been to
It's
Philadelphia.
very nice.
We went on a class
Don't
trip.
go to Geno's. Not as good cheesesteaks. You got to go to a secret place.
That's
Yeah,
one of our
I-
sponsors.
I think I was there with you.
How could you talk bad about
Yeah,
them?
why were you there?
Why-
What were we doing? What were we doing? in
Oh, no, I
Philadelphia?
wasn't.
We're
there with you. I was
sightseeing.
there.
Probably went to the Mint to check it out.
So
Mint, I don't
Gathering of
like
the Juggalos, the annual festival for
Yes.
the
I
insane clown
get
posse.
that, but hang on. You brought up
Absolutely.
mint. Are you a fan of mint? I don't like anything
Mint, like mint ice cream.
I hate mint ice cream.
No,
I
he brought
like
up-
it. I've never had mint just on its own as ice cream. It's always mint chocolate chip.
Don't
How come
just-
nobody's doing mint
Don't
on
just
its
answer his question. You didn't even correct him. You weren't talking about mint as in mint, the flavor.
I
You were talking
wasn't.
about minting coins.
own? Yeah, I was.
And you just go right along. Just change the whole subject.
That's
and I'm
fun. That's
in.
a fun thing to
Now, I'll
talk
tell you this.
about.
Yeah, that's true.
Mint.
I'll tell you this. I don't know why they put mint in coins because as I was a child, I swallowed a quarter. And
No, it would have been better if there was some actual mint.
I
in
didn't
it.
remember tasting it.
Yeah,
They never
that's pretty
found it.
good.
They never found that quarter. It's still in my body somewhere. My brother, he knew. I would just put a quarter in my hand. Quarter! Yeah! Gulp. Swallow them. I'd swallow anything. I'll still swallow anything.
Wait, how many quarters would you say you've swallowed?
Well, I don't know. Over the years, how many are in $1?
4.
Because I swallowed $1 once.
Well, that's not going to turn into quarters in your stomach.
Well, you will be the change you want to be.
All right. Can I talk about Gathering of the Juggalos? Is everyone ready, or is this?
Yeah, I'm ready, I'm
or
ready,
if
I'm
I
ready.
say it, if I bring it up, are we going to get right into something else? Something else
I
fascinating?
think I'm ready. I wasn't ready yet, but now I'm ready.
All right. So the Gathering of the Juggalos, it's every year. It's the big festival for insane clown posse. We got Shaggy Two Dope, Violent
Okay.
J. First of all, were either of you into ICP at all?
I had one cassette from them when they first came out about chicken hunting.
I also
That's it.
had. I think that's very common. I think I was in 6th grade, 7th grade. I had a cassette. I think that's how it goes with ICP when you're a kid, because there's a lot of like carnival themed, like
Yeah.
violence, humorous violence. So you're a kid, you
Gag
get
band.
it, and then you go one of two ways. You either are like, this is kind of funny. I'm in 6th grade, whatever.
They like-
Fago.
They
Or-
like
or-
root beer.
They like Fago.
Yeah, I like root beer, so I was like into it.
Yeah. You either go that way, and then you listen to it once, you're kind of like, that's fine, or else
fine,
you
but-
get hard into it, and you're a juggalo.
And you throw your life away.
When
More
you-
of a
Yeah. Although,
dad's guy, though.
in all
Dad's
fairness,
root beer. I like
When
that
you asked
better.
about root beer, I'm totally missed out on this.
you didn't never had root beer?
I love root beer, but do the Insane Clown Posse?
No, he's wrong. They like Fago.
Fago
What's
root beer.
Fago?
No, they like Fago
I've
in
never
general.
had it.
Fago's a brand of soda that I don't think you guys
Oh,
have
it's
out
not
here.
just root beer.
No, it's not. It's It's not even mainly root beer.
Oh.
But it's an off-brand.
All right.
I dyed my hair blonde once. My stepdad called me a Fago. I was very offended.
So every year, this Gathering of the Juggalos happens, and it gets crazier and crazier, and it's essentially just a open-air drug market, freak show, a lot of weird stuff going on. Fella there this year cut off his nipple for $84.
Oh, God.
He was taking bids, got it up to 84. and said that's the price it's going to cost me. Cut his nipple right clean off.
I thought the Insane Clown Posse, I thought they were like Christians or something like that.
No, they're not. Stop. What are you doing?
They are now. They're Christian now.
No, I did a lot of research for this story. That's kind of a joke
You never
song.
heard that song?
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
but it's
That's
not about
real?
Christianity. It's about how crazy the world is.
Oh, okay.
Stop jiggling the coins. That's going to pick up.
You can't pick this up.
Yeah,
Are you
you
taking
can
my
pick it up.
quarters?
You have more money in your quarters jar than I have in my life. These are all quarters. Look at, there's not a nickel in this bucket of quarters.
That's good. Take that into.
You ever see people? That's how you know rich people. Like, it's like when they're in their change thing, it's all quarters.
That's my quarter cup for laundry.
Yeah, in my quarter cup, I got all pennies and dimes. Maybe a dime. So what's with this show? Guy cut his nipple off for $84?
Yes. Well, a guy cut his nipple off for $84, which I find fascinating. You think it's more interesting to talk about Anthony having 9 quarters. He's got about 12 quarters.
12. No,
I
this
like
is at
mug.
least
I was
$8.
kind of a mug root beer guy. Stewart's.
Stop naming root beers. Guy cut his nipple
Stewart's.
off.
You ever go to Stewart's?
Oh, Stewart's is great.
Top of the line.
Stewart's
I've
is
never
the best root beer.
Yeah,
never
they
been
got their
there.
own shops.
See, I've never been to a
shops.
shop, but I've had the Stewart's.
Yeah.
I drove
That's
by
the
a
best
shop.
root beer.
Stewart's, A&W.
Crackle Barrel.
My cousin Benji, he
Cracker
worked
Barrel,
he
Burger
worked at
King,
a. Actually, I think his brother Tommy. He worked at an
Wendy's.
A&W.
I guess if you guys...
Whoa! No, that's not gonna fly.
That's what I'm saying. If you guys were
No.
going to talk at the same time, then I'm going to
No,
just give the entire
if you're
audience...
if you interrupt me and that's our game, fine. But if you're
Oh,
just
stinks.
making noises to try and cover me up, you just said, oh.
Yeah, well, because what happened was every time you're talking, Anthony starts talking. So I said, if we're going to screw the listeners, give him the full screw job.
Well, I'm not screwing anyone. I'm trying to give the story about the gathering Juggalos. 10 minutes later,
he
he's
needs to
still
start-
naming root beers.
He still needs to look at you so you can tell
It's starting to
socially...
smell a little bit.
Stop it. You need to start
Close.
listening
They're
to
all
when
close.
the right time to talk is. Because you're just cutting everyone off.
And if
I'm
I
not
can,
cutting anybody off. I was barely
over
talking.
Brendan the whole time.
Fine. Let me address these issues one by one. It's starting to smell a little bit, you say. That's because you're using as a pillow a bag of your dirty laundry. So that's
Okay.
issue 1.
Okay.
Solved. Issue. Stop.
Assholes.
Greg,
Can you not do that?
Stop that.
You got so
What
much
are you
money
You
in
can't
here.
just dump out change on his
Why
desk
did
mid-podcast.
you do
You know how
that?
loud that is?
Ah,
It's not
God.
loud.
No, don't
You know
put
how
it
long
back.
It took me to organize that.
In the midst of this,
so much change.
I'm dealing with this problem 1, and you're making problems 2.
smells.
I thought I could count
I'm
on
gonna
you.
screw it
Don't
up.
dump that. Don't dump the Greg.
Now I mixed up his quarters
Greg,
at
you're
a
just
time.
dumping out
Why are you-
change.
Why are you
Greg.
doing that?
Because
Why
now...
are you ruining
No,
my
stop.
life?
That's so loud. You're
it's not
supposed to be an
loud.
audio engineer.
Why?
Greg.
Hey, Greg, actually, why are you doing that?
mixing
I
up,
gotta do laundry.
I'm mixing up your quarters,
Yeah, I
dimes,
know.
and nickels,
Yeah.
so that when you go to do laundry, it's going to take you like an hour.
Yeah, I know. That's great.
hilarious.
Yeah, it's really fucking funny, man.
Okay, let me deal. Okay,
Why would you do that? Like, he just does, like, he'll do these pranks, and
It's a
that's
great
just a
prank.
mean thing to do.
I'm
It's
a
not a prank.
prankster. I'm a prankster.
It's not a prank.
that's not a prank.
Now I gotta fucking sort all this
he
shit
had his
out.
quarters
It's-
nice and sorted into 2 jars, 1 for nickels, dimes, and pennies, 1 for quarters.
Because you know what it is? He gets jealous of my organization.
You
So he has to do that.
What? Well, maybe a
let
little
me
bit.
let me deal with these issues.
So now
as they
my
come
life
up.
is as fucking disheveled as his life, and then he could be happy.
Now you.
Yeah, so let me be happy.
No.
Oh, at the sake
I'm-
of my happiness.
No. You are allowed to do whatever you want.
Thank you.
But you're the audio engineer. You should know it's not going to be great if you're dumping change on a
That's your
deck.
main problem
People
with this, is
love
the
this-
audio problem. Not that he's ruining my life.
People love the sound of change.
Yeah,
I
that's
like
true.
the sound
That
of
Pink
change,
Floyd
yeah.
You
song.
do. It does. I
Yeah.
never heard a Pink Floyd song in my
yell
life.
at him for the right thing.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the right thing?
That he's being an asshole, and he's ruining my
I'm
life.
still on you because I don't want this to continue to come up.
Okay,
once
fix
and
Anthony,
for
then
all.
fix us.
Once and for all, I'm going to give you your podium. What do you have to say about root beer? Go ahead, get it out, and then you're not going to talk about it anymore.
I said all I wanted to say about root beer.
Okay, what's your favorite root beer?
I like Dad's.
Okay, you like Dad's root beer. Do you have anything else to say about root beer? You like a root beer float?
I love root beer
I
float.
want to get
That's
on this
my
too, though.
favorite.
Don't just brush over.
I like a root
okay
beer
about
float
this.
the most. I like it when they do a soft. This is controversial, maybe. I like when they do a soft ice cream instead of a hard. The root beer float, that's my number 1. I like a creamsicle a lot too, though. Let me not say that I don't like a creamsicle. That's
Creamsicle the drink or a creamsicle the popsicle? A creamsicle where they put ice cream in orange?
I'm not a big fan of popsicles. So you put that ice cream in an orange drink or whatever. I love that.
What's the difference between a dreamsicle and an orange-sicle? A creamsicle and a dreamsicle?
There's no
what is a
there's no such
dreamsicle?
thing as a
You don't
dreamsicle.
think
So
That's a thing. There's a thing.
no.
Then what did I just say? Nothing?
Yeah.
No, I
You
just said something.
Yeah.
Man,
So that's a thing.
it's really shitty what you did with
no.
my quarters,
Like,
and pennies, and dimes.
Just because you can say something doesn't make
for
it
real.
a thing.
Yeah, dreamsicle. So
Yeah.
it's a thing. I just said it.
you just
I
did
think
that
Google
for
a
no
boon.
reason.
Google a boon.
I don't know what that is. What is that? Explain it to me.
It's not a thing.
It's a
made-up word,
I think
like
it's a kind of monkey
dreamsicle.
that we haven't yet had.
Yeah, that's true. A Google a boon. It's a monkey that
Hasn't
it's a
yet
monkey that'll
evolved.
look stuff up on the internet for you. Here's
Now
the thing.
that's funny.
Yeah, Google
See?
a boon.
That's funny.
See, that's good. Now, what's your Greg?
You got one of
we
these
wouldn't have got
1 cent
there though
pennies.
if we didn't do my whole root beer discussion.
That's true.
This is one of those 1 cent pennies.
They're
that says
not
1 cent.
rare. They're not
They're
rare.
very rare. It's probably worth $1,000.
No.
yeah,
they're not.
the finder of that has to organize all my change.
I just did. I put it all into one place.
Yeah,
Question,
thanks a lot for
Greg,
that.
what's
Yeah.
your favorite root
It's gonna be great when I go to the
Barks.
laundry with a bunch of
Oh,
fucking
you like
pennies.
Barks. You know why?
Why?
Barks has bite.
Barks does have a bite. And I'll tell you, I don't think I know the difference between different root beers.
I forgot about Barks.
Is it not my time to talk about root beer?
It
you
is
just
your
talked
time.
about root beer. You had
It
the
is your
podium.
You ruined all my change.
Yeah, this is not ruined.
It's not. Yeah, it's not
If
ruined.
anything, you ruined the audio of this podcast.
But that was already ruined when we got into this thing.
Well, don't you turn over. If you're going to lie down, you can't roll over. He's got a bad back. He's got to find what's comfortable. I understand that.
Now, let me say this.
What?
Stewart's is probably the best, and Barks is also very good. Mug is probably my favorite. I love
Yeah.
little vanilla ice cream scoop.
I would say all of your credibility in terms of this root beer discussion has been lost for
Why?
me.
You don't
Because
Mug?
within the context of this discussion, you've named 3 root beers that are your favorite root beer. First, Stewart's was your favorite. Then Barks was your favorite.
Barks is my
now
favorite.
Muggs is your favorite.
Barks is my favorite. I love Barks. Stewart's the best,
Can't
though.
trust this guy.
And I love a mug. I like mug if you get a frosty mug to put it in.
So, Gathering of the Juggalos. We
Yeah,
got,
what's going on with this thing?
It's
not
nuts
a-
over there.
I have to
Yep.
poop.
First of all, a guy died.
Where do
this
they
year.
hold these?
It's in Illinois. It's in a place in Illinois, and the reason it's where it is, I forget the name of the town, but it's because it's a town that allows you to have a festival without needing a permit. And clearly, this kind of festival is not going to get a permit. A guy's died there already this year.
Jesus.
There's a lot of oil wrestling, mud wrestling goes on.
Switch mics.
But
No.
a guy, you're right. You got to use the restroom.
I think I gotta go. I think I gotta go real bad.
Yeah, you can go ahead. We'll keep discussing.
Give me the long mic wire.
Oh, you're gonna take it in the shitter?
Is that not okay?
No, it's all right, but I won't be able to hear you. If you do that, I need the cans.
Either way, you gotta take the cans.
Yeah.
No, wait. I think it passed from.
Okay, if it passed, it passed. Let us know if you got to go. Here's the thing. A guy's died already this year.
How'd he
Heroin
die?
overdose. They found him in his tent. It's just
What,
a free-for-all with
overdose?
drugs. Heroin overdose.
Or,
Yeah, Juggalos don't fuck around with pot. They do heroin.
Well, they also fuck around with pot. There's a lot of pot. There's everything there.
They probably do bleach.
And first of all, they probably do bleach. They probably do a lot of shit. It's bad news over there.
Yeah, I'm not
I saw a picture. A guy was just getting tarred and feathered.
they
which
don't do vegetables.
No,
they've
they
done that
probably,
before.
probably not a lot of
Usually
healthy eaters. Although the message of the Insane Clown Posse is a positive one.
What is
I
it?
didn't.
To go see the Insane Clown Posse?
Well,
That's
no,
not
the
positive.
message in their songs and the I really looked into this, and their whole thing is acceptance, and it's okay to be different, and never make fun of someone for being fat or ugly or not doesn't fit in. So their whole fake violent message is sort of like about killing bigots and like eliminating racism stuff. So
well,
they've
that's-
got a positive message. Something's wrong with them. They're wearing makeup all the time.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want my kid to be a juggalo.
But are they dangerous? Do they beat people up or anything like that?
I don't think so. I mean, I'm sure there's people getting beat up by fans of them. I don't think the two of them do it.
That's what I mean, though, because they've sort of bred an offspring of fans that are kind of dangerous, right?
I don't think. Apparently, the FBI classifies Juggalos as a gang, but I don't think they're really.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I think it's more drugs and stuff. But here, what really fascinated me is there's a lot of culture at this gathering of the Juggalos where people do sick and twisted shit for like money. They'll basically auction off crazy acts. Like some kid was trying to get money to go back home to Maine, and he was saying someone could fuck him in the ass with a Sharpie for $10.
So we could get a ride?
No, so you could have bus fare. But there's a lot of that sort of stuff. Which, first of all, that I wouldn't pay anyone
know.
if I wanted to. If you were the type of person I wanted to fuck in the ass with a Sharpie, I wouldn't pay for
You
it.
just ask.
Yeah. But that's not going to do anything for me. Fucking a kid in the ass with a Sharpie.
No.
You know, I don't want that.
Well, fucking a kid in the ass alone not really going to do anything for me.
No. A girl I would prefer. But
Sharpie.
Sharpie, what's that
Even
do
with a
for
girl.
anyone? But so this fella the $84 guy cut off his nipple.
That's the stupidest
That's
thing I've ever-
crazy, right? How much would you cut? How much would it take for you to cut off your nipple?
5 to 10 grand.
Yeah, 5 to 10 grand. Because I got to imagine that.
And he cut it off with no anesthesia.
No, just cut it right off.
100 grand. Cut your own nipple.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I have the balls to
Well,
do that.
plus, like, if I did it, I'd kind of be like, okay, now I'll go to the hospital, like, get this, like, stitched up or whatever, taken care of. This guy cuts off his own nipple, and then he's at a dirty festival for 2 more days. Who knows what's getting in there?
Do they have
he's
Juggalo
probably dead.
doctors?
I'm sure there's a medic tent.
You think the guy still wears the makeup?
The doctor?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never trust a doctor with a full face makeup. That's what I say.
That's a good assumption. I would agree. I would
Yeah.
concur. I'll probably write my name on that one.
So Shaggy, Too Dope, and Violent J, for years they've been very careful about not being photographed without their makeup on, similar to Daft Punk.
Yeah, very similar.
And now they've kind of given up on that. They went out on stage without their makeup
Yeah,
on at
who
one
wants to-
point.
who wants to deal with that?
They released a picture. Yeah, once you get into that makeup game, same thing happened to Kiss. It's like once you commit to always being in makeup, you're fucked. You got to put on grease paint every time you go
Yeah.
out.
Kiss sucks.
Think about Halloween, you know what I mean? Think about how annoyed you are with your own costume after
Yeah.
like 2 hours in that thing.
Let me tell you, I was the Crow in 5th grade.
Right.
Never again.
Right.
That's the last time I put makeup on my face.
Yeah. Like,
The last time. You know why? Because the makeup all ran, and everyone just thought I was Dan Cortez. Because me with a wig, I just look like Dan Cortez.
I mean,
yo, he's in Demolition Man. I watched Demolition Man the other night. He plays like the piano in Taco Bell.
He plays the piano.
Yeah.
They dress him up like a piano?
No.
I'm not sure that makes
He
any
plays the piano.
Oh, plays.
You know how like someone plays the piano? Like people have said that for years.
What are you talking about? How you can play a piano?
You know how you play
They just
a
get
piano.
a real piano and they put it there. They don't need an actor for a piano.
no, now you've gone too far. Now you're really trying to force it.
Well, no, I don't think so.
You're no.
Well, at first, I didn't know. At first, it did take me a second.
it did.
But I thought, let's run with this a little bit. But thanks for listeners that all think I'm a liar now.
Well, that
I never shut you down.
You've never shut me down.
No.
You've never shut me down, other than any time I try and bring anything up.
First off, stop what you're saying right now. I greenlight everything you say.
Does he greenlight everything I
No.
say? No. 2 episodes ago, you got mad at me when I tried to bring up the news. Wouldn't let me bring up the news. Then I said, fine, let me bring in Don LaPierre, lounge singer. You got mad about that. So in essence, you were saying, don't bring up anything.
In my defense, you were not Brennan. You were Don LaPierre, and I will shut him down every time.
Now, it was me when I was bringing up the news.
First off, I always let you talk.
I always let you talk, but I angrily yell.
Stop talking. I always let you talk. Now no one's talking.
What were we
You
talking
just told me to stop talking.
What were we talking about?
Well, I got mad at Greg because I know how
makeup.
smart.
Wearing makeup.
I know how smart Greg is, and he went one too far where he tried to pretend he didn't know what playing a piano.
I thought that was kind of funny. Well, if you're playing
It
a
was
piano,
funny.
I thought it was fun. Well, now all the listeners at home are very upset with me.
No.
Why are they upset with you?
I say they can't trust me anymore.
Well, I can't have them at home thinking I'm friends with a guy who's never heard of the phrase "play a piano." I can't have that.
Someone is playing a piano like on a movie. I get that's fun.
We're still in this? They were playing the piano because it's an instrument. First of all, nobody's even paying attention to the bigger issue here, which is why was there a piano in a Taco Bell?
Because, well, in the future in Demolition Man, Taco Bell, they're the only restaurants.
Is that true? Is that confirmed? I haven't seen
I'll confirm
Demo
it.
Man in years.
Yeah.
That's
I'll
confirmed.
confirm that.
Yeah.
I watched The Airplane yesterday. Great movie.
The airplane?
Wait, Airplane?
Actually, what I meant to say was Naked Gun.
Oh, yeah.
But I did start to watch The Airplane, and that's very funny, too.
Wait.
Why do you call it the airplane?
Why do you call it the Airplane?
It's called The Airplane.
It's called
That sounds
Airplane.
like an immigrant would call a movie.
It's called
I watched
Airplane.
the airplane.
That's a great movie. Did you watch? I was watching this LCD sound system democracy.
Yeah, I haven't seen
Not democracy. That's
that
not the right word.
democracy yet.
Shut Up and Play the Hits?
Yeah. What's the
Documentary?
word? Documentary.
Is it any good?
Well, I turned it off and put on Naked Gun 33 1/3.
Oh, what were we talking about?
Oh, well, I was just talking about something that you cut off. The Naked Gun movies are amazing.
The
They are good.
Juggalos.
Leslie Nielsen.
Leslie Nielsen is a comedic
He's so
genius.
funny.
Is he dead?
Yeah.
Did you see?
He's dead and loving it.
There's a Dracula movie.
Did
Didn't
you
Yeah.
see what finally leaked? Jerry Lewis. So he made a movie.
Jerry Lewis or Jerry Lee Lewis?
Jerry Lewis, not Jerry Lee Lewis. Jerry Lewis made a movie in the 70s that he tried to bury forever because
Yeah.
it was so.
Oh, that's great.
It was so long. Yes, it was so fucked up and terrible and weird, and it's finally starting to leak. The movie. Let me tell you the name of the movie.
He's still alive. Roll over, Anthony.
Anthony, roll over. So
Can't lay on your stomach.
the movie is called "The Day the Clown Cried."
Oh, that
And it
just
stars
sounds cool.
Jerry Lewis, and it's finally starting to leak. And he's tried to bury this for years out of embarrassment.
that's great.
And he's a nutball, so if he
Yeah.
thinks it's got to be buried,
Yeah.
it's crazy. So this movie is about Jerry Lewis is a clown in Germany, in pre-World War II Germany. He does something to run afoul of the Nazis. World War II happens. The Nazis arrest him. His punishment is he's got to be in his clown makeup and trick kids in the concentration camps into going into the gas chamber.
No.
Yes.
my God.
And it's a dramatic comedy. He thinks that should have been a movie. They made it, and then it was so bad.
He
It tested
filmed
so
the whole
bad.
movie?
They made the whole movie, and it tested so poorly and fucked up, and people came out of the test screens like, what? Are you insane? He tried to bury it. Because at that point, he was big enough in his career that he probably was the sole producer and
Wait a
everything.
minute. So the idea behind the movie is that he's a clown who tricks children into walking into a gas chamber.
Yes, that was his
So there's a
punishment
lot of
from the
children
Nazis.
dying.
Yeah, just the sickest.
Serious
craziest-
movie or a comedy?
It's like a dramatic comedy, apparently.
We got to see this.
The only very few people have ever seen it. Like even the clip, I watched the clip that leaked. Very little leaked out.
Yeah.
But some people have seen the whole thing.
Uh-huh.
You know Harry Shearer,
The
humorist. He's in.
Yeah, he's in like Christopher Guest
Yeah,
movies.
he's in all those Christopher Guest
Yeah, yeah,
movies. He
he's
was in. I believe he was in Spinal Tap. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, Harry Shearer, super funny guy. I saw an interview. He's one of the few people that has somehow seen it.
Wow.
And he said with these kind of things, these sort of legendary things, most of the time you see them and it's not as crazy or fucked up or legendary as sort of the legend has built it up to be. And he said with this, it was the opposite. He said it's
Triple.
the craziest, most perfect piece of insanity you could ever see.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So the day the clown died. Look it up. If any of you guys, by the way, I didn't give out our plugs. If any of you guys have a lead on where we can see this movie in its entirety, we'd love to know. On Twitter @the Rad Dudecast. Our followers are growing.
Oh, so we still can't find it though. Are more people seeing it now? Is it out?
Well,
there?
stuff's starting to leak. Somehow, someone somewhere leaked it, but it's a very short. It's like a 7-minute clip and some behind-the-scenes interviews.
No, it's not
that
the full
leaked.
movie.
It's not the full movie.
Do you think
but
the whole movie might even be destroyed?
it might be? Yeah, it could be.
Man, there were so many steps along the way of stopping that movie. You know what I mean? Just the inception of the idea. Then you had to tell that to another person. Then you had to read the script. Then you had to shoot the thing.
Ugh.
Not one just
Nobody.
went through.
We
All
gotta
of it.
find this. I gotta find
Well,
this.
but the thing about that is, like, once somebody's at a level in their career, like, by the 70s, Jerry Lewis was the king,
huge,
especially in, like, France and stuff, but he had all
Right.
those hit movies. Like, people will do a lot for a paycheck. You know what I
Right.
mean? If that's his vision
Right.
and he's the money behind it,
Then
the people
you're
just,
shut up.
all right, man. Like, I'll...
Yeah.
Also, what do you need to trick a kid for? You're killing him. Just throw him in.
Well, I think the idea was you didn't want to cause a... I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen the movie. I would imagine the idea is don't cause a panic, because that was the whole thing about why I think those horrible concentration camps worked, is because that part of it was sort of kept a secret. If that part of it became really fully known, people would be open revolt, and you wouldn't be able to... You'd have to just kill everyone immediately.
So people then knew that they were being sent to camps, but didn't know they were being killed.
Didn't know it was necessarily...
I never kind of got I never could really understand how people weren't realizing, are they just segregating all these people? and it's fine.
Well, I think it was an issue of like, it's so insanely evil that you don't want to believe.
Yeah.
And you probably at every step in the thing, like, first they sort of segregated Jews into ghettos and made them live certain places. And then they, started taking people away. And it's kind of like you would, I guess at every step of the way, you were kind of like, well, this can't be
real.
This can't be real. They can't be, these are humans. This can't be, but it's just sick. A dark, a stain, really.
Well, Jerry Lewis, huh? How about that?
Well, Jerry Lewis is
He's
kind
Jewish.
of a piece of garbage anyway.
Is he?
Yeah. You
No,
hear those things he says about women? He's insane.
He gave like $1 billion to children with. He did this.
That is true. He did do a lot
What does he say about women?
He is. You've never heard anyone so adamantly against the idea of a woman ever being funny. Some of the things he says, like, how some people will say, like, no, women comedians aren't that funny, and which I disagree with. I think there just happen to be less women doing it, probably because of just cultural things and stuff like that. But he doesn't even say it. He just refuses to accept the idea that a woman can even be referred to as a comedian. Just gets angry. But he's like 90, his back's all fucked up from taking pratfalls. Hooked on painkillers.
We got any other news stories?
Yeah.
I want you to do the news.
Well, I did the Juggalos. Guys cut his nipple off.
But look at me. I'm green-lighting your...
Okay. Well,
Did you get that news article I sent you? I sent a fun story.
you didn't. That was 3 weeks ago.
What was that story? It was a fun one.
I don't know. I didn't read it.
It wasn't fun. You told me, first of all, the headline looked interesting. Then I read it, and I said, I don't know if this is really that interesting. And you said, yeah, I only read the headline.
No, I got one about like a cat recently. It was like a
I didn't see that one.
cat driving a car or something.
Anyway, here's something fun. You guys know about American Airlines AA Air Pass? I don't know how you pronounce it.
This is what I want to hear, but I overheard this when I was in the bathroom before.
Yeah, American Airlines. It's called the A Air Pass. Mm-hmm. It's spelled AAIRPASS. I don't know if you pronounce that just Air Pass or AA Air Pass. Anyway.
Air Pass.
So here's what these guys got into, American Airlines. This is fun. So they figure back in 1981, here's a quick way, almost a gimmick, to raise some fast cash for the company. They offer lifetime, unlimited, first-class travel on American Airlines flights. Wow. Lifetime. For no limits whatsoever. You're traveling first-class ticket.
No matter what.
You don't have to pay no matter what. And they're charging, this was back in 81, they charged $250,000. For an additional $150,000, you can bring a friend. So you get 2 tickets, right?
And it's a lifetime pass. American
Lifetime
Airlines.
pass.
Okay.
$250,000.
So if you pay $400,000, you
fly
could,
for the rest of your life.
You could fly for you could get 2 tickets for the rest of your life.
Wow, we should got that.
Now,
what year is this?
81.
I don't take that many flights.
Well, here's what ended up happening.
Let's hear the story. I'm excited.
Here's what ended up happening. They
open your eyes.
So they offered this kind of on and off for years, but the price went up and everything. But originally, at that price point, 66 of these were sold.
Only 66?
Only 66.
Right.
Over the years of these 66 they sold, the company has lost millions and millions and millions of dollars. Yeah. You know how much a first-class ticket costs? One of these guys, it's nuts. One of these guys flew... in a month, flew round trip to London 18 times, and that alone would have cost $130,000. These guys were going to Paris for lunch because that first class on a plane is nice. So if you got unlimited, you just would take. Just impress people.
I sell my house. I just live on the plane.
Not only this, these fuck faces didn't think anything through. On top of that, they were offering frequent flyer miles on these free flights. So essentially, these guys were taking flights just to rack up frequent flyer miles and then buy tickets for other people to take flights with them. So these guys were
They're just having a party.
Ape shit. Just flying first class every day.
We should make a movie called The 66.
Yeah.
I'd follow around these guys.
Yeah. Well, and now, so what happened now, and American Airlines is actually in bankruptcy at the moment, but what happened in the 2000s is they were losing so much money on these guys that they created a special task force to try and real sleazy shit. They fucked up. They should have dealt with the consequences. But instead, they created a task force to try and follow these guys around and catch them misusing any part of the deal and then take it away. Because they were losing so much money on these guys. And they say there's only a handful of the guys that are really making them pay. But these guys, they just fly, 3-4 times a week. They just fly wherever they want.
Are they
class.
still doing it?
Yeah. They still have it, a couple of them. Now, they've successfully been able to take them back from some guys, but people are suing them. I mean, it's wild.
Here's the thing, though. I mean, like a lot of times first class, though, they don't have a seat. It's not full. So it's like if the plane's flying anyway, why not just, the 66 people, it's not like they're losing money because, they're just, the plane's already going in the air. So,
I think the problem is they have to pay taxes on someone who comes. The airline has to pay taxes. They have to pay some sort of airport fees for every passenger. And then second of all, that was the case back in the day, and even until kind of recently, even until I would say
when the airline flop, 9/11 probably.
Yeah, around 9/11. But now, think about recently. It's very rare to be on a plane with more than a couple empty seats. These days, they don't. Like, I remember being a kid going places just with like 4 people on the plane.
Plane's just flying.
They're
just looped around the airline with nobody in there.
But the financial conditions of the airline industry are such now that they don't fuck around with that. Like, they'll even cancel a flight if there's not enough people on it. They really pack those fuckers out. Anthony, can you pass me my backpack, please? But that really appeals to me, the idea of having. Now, that was a lot of money back then. I mean, it's a lot of money now.
$250,000.
$250,000, but back then especially. But boy, that'd be awesome to just plane tickets. Never.
Now, can you give that to your son?
I don't think so. I'm not sure how that works. Here, I have a question for you. That brings up something that I've been wondering about recently. I'm sure with that you can't transfer it because otherwise you could really fuck them over.
Yeah.
But you know how they have those scratch tickets? Like,
scratch
win
offs.
$5,000. You know,
For
the
life.
win for life ones? Like, here's $5,000 a week for life. How do they test for that? Like, wouldn't you strike up a deal? Like, if I won it, I'd keep it, obviously. But say you're like 50 or 60.
Yeah,
wouldn't
give it to
you
your
give
kid.
that to your kid or the youngest person you know? Like, wouldn't that be way more money?
That's probably what they would do.
Do you think they check that?
I would do that too. Well, here's the thing I don't understand is how do they know they're going to be in business in 30 years?
Well, because they're the lottery. First of all, I think they probably offer you a lump sum, even on something like that. But they're the lottery, so a lottery is not a private company. It's the government.
But like when they say like win free donuts for life.
Oh.
How do you know that there's donut places going to be around?
Well, because I think the small print probably says win for life or the duration of the company.
Yeah, the company goes out. You still got to make these donuts for these 6 people who won. It's like, God damn it! Not only that the donut business crashed, but I got to fucking wake up every morning to make this asshole donuts because he went to an Oprah showing once.
You know anyone that's got a free anything for life?
No, I'm going to shit my pants right now.
All right.
Free anything for life?
Wait, so Greg's going to shit his pants. Now I'm stuck here with this gimp. Anthony's asleep.
I'm not asleep. I gotta be hunched over a little bit because
You
of my
know
back.
anyone that's got a free anything for life?
Free anything for life? No. We get a lot of stuff from the Olympics, but I don't think it's free.
Wait, who gets a lot of stuff from the Olympics? What the fuck? What kind of Jesus? You're like my mom, who just has a conversation and expects that you somehow have just absorbed the other half of the conversation from her mind.
My grandmother. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That does. My grandmother, she gives money to the Olympics. So, I get a couple of things of stationery, a couple fleeces.
That's the charity your grandmother has chosen to support the most crooked corporation in the world, the International Olympic Committee?
Yeah. She's for the athletes, Me, I don't know.
She gives it to the American Olympic Committee?
Yeah, she gives it to the
U.S.
American
Olympic Committee?
The U.S. Olympic people, I guess. Yeah, the committee. I don't know. I get sometimes I'll get like an 8x10 of a skier that says, I don't know, like see you on the slopes or something like that.
I mean,
I got all these fleeces. I got so many fleeces. That's really what it is.
I think your grandmother is donating money to an organization that's already funded by the government. I mean, I feel like there's just a lot of. Far be it from me to question.
Sure.
No, I guess Olympic athletes need. It's hard.
I don't know. I've always thought it was a little odd too that's what she donated to, or the U.S. Olympic team. But that's her cause.
Yeah, it's her cause. She's allowed to do it. Do you think maybe at a time when she started doing that, she thought it was maybe an in for you with your basketball?
Oh, yeah.
That she'll kind of pave the way, grease them up a little bit.
We send you $75 a year. Maybe you could find a spot for my grandson. Maybe you want to bump John Stockton off the team. Maybe, grease the wheels a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's not bad. I think she just liked the idea of the U.S. team. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, is she a Summer Olympics or a Winter Olympics?
She doesn't even watch them. She doesn't watch them. She just likes the idea of donating to them. She'll watch the opening ceremony. She likes that. But I think, in all honesty, she's probably more of a winter. I think she likes the skating if she were to watch.
Oh,
the gymnastics. What's the gymnastics? Is that summer?
Summer, baby.
All right, then, maybe she likes that. I don't know.
Now,
what were we talking about before that, though? Because that was kind of a tangent. Oh, the win for life. Do you know anyone that ever won anything for life?
I'm trying to think. I feel like I know someone that has something free for life, but I can't remember what.
Yeah.
Someone that did a commercial or something and got something free for life.
Oh, yeah. If you do one of those things, like the corporation or whatever that you do it for,
I feel like I might know someone that has some McDonald's free for life or something like that.
Yeah, that progressive lady, she probably has free insurance forever.
Flo?
Yeah.
Do you think Flo's attractive?
Not really. She's okay. That seemed mean. She's okay, I don't know.
I think she's attractive.
Yeah.
I have a problem. I think that her name reminds me of periods.
Yeah.
Like a woman's period.
Like a woman's flow.
Yeah, a woman's flow.
I'm seeing her on TV and she's all done up and everything like that. I bet if I saw her in real life, I would think she's really attractive.
She's barely recognizable as Flo. I've seen her.
Oh, yeah? I'd imagine, because they kind of do her up in a weird way.
Yeah,
and I just don't like the way that she's kind of done up. I think in real life, though, I'd be happy to go on a date with her. I don't know where we'd go, but wherever she wanted, I guess.
Yeah, well, she's got that progressive money. She'd probably be making calls.
Yeah.
I think she brings in actually not as much as I thought.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I looked it up. It was, if I recall, now I could be completely wrong. You can email us at the Rad Dudecast@gmail.com if you want to weigh in on this or anything else. First of all, why is your phone on?
That's not my phone.
So I looked it up.
Yeah, what's she bringing?
And it said that, and now she may have had a new contract since the time when I looked up, but $500,000 a year.
Really?
Which kind of surprised me.
That seems crazy low.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because those commercials are on so often, and she does so many of them. And I just have known from friends numbers thrown around where people get like $50,000 for one commercial.
Yeah.
That I figured she would be, something like $2-3 million a year. But I guess, I don't know. Yeah.
That seems, that's very low. I thought it'd be in the millions, definitely.
I mean, and don't paint us to be assholes, listeners. It's just like, I understand $500,000 is a lot of money. It's just those commercials are on all the time. She probably does 10 new ones a year, and it's probably one of the most recognizable ad campaigns on TV.
Yeah. People dress like her for Halloween.
Yeah, people do dress like her.
That's a pretty good staple if you're doing well, Yeah. If you're a Halloween costume.
Yeah, or if you're, scary. Either you're doing well or you're really scary.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it goes both ways. I don't know. Have you ever won anything? Like a big thing?
I never won anything.
I won a radio once.
You won a radio?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever won any kind of contest. Greg's back. Greg's joining us. He got a call. You got to take that?
No, I got to run. I got to go pick up thing. Can we pause it and come back?
Yeah, go for a run.
What do you got to pick up? What time is it right now? How far into this are we? We're at 45 minutes. Can you give us 10 more minutes, or you got to go right now?
Tell Gary to come over here.
Have Gary come over.
The
We'll
hell's he
wrap
doing?
this baby up. Now, do you know? I'm very preoccupied now. I'm very worried. Here's what I need from everyone. We got to get Anthony. I'm giving you a new position
Okay.
because this is stressing me out.
Okay.
Because I forget to do it until Sunday or Monday. You're the new scheduler.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I
Your
can do that.
job, find a time when we're all good to go.
Okay, that
But
works.
do it earlier than I do it, because I don't.
Okay.
Because we fucking do this, and we got busy lives, listeners. We're all
hard.
comedians. We're killing it. We're crushing it. I forget to text you guys till today. Don't put your microphone in a cup. I saw what you were thinking. He was going to dip his microphone in a cup like a maniac.
Don't stick your microphone in the water.
There's no
Can you give
water
us 10
in here.
minutes? What's your?
I don't know why I just wanted
Let
to
me
sit
run.
there.
Why don't you guys talk? I just got to go pick up a thing and I'll run back.
Is he outside?
And he's down the block. So he's going
All
to
right,
run.
pick it up, run back, and we'll close it out with you. Do you mind? Let's pause it. Well, do we know how to pause? Well, you got your show. All right, we're going to pause it and get back to you.
46 minutes.
No, we got another. No, we can't end low like this. We always end hot. Okay, pause it. We're going to come right back.
16?
Oh, we're hot. We're hot.
And we're back.
you
from
can just pause. We can just pause. That's simple. That's great.
We're back from a brief break. Greg had to run out do an errand, and we're back. We're take this baby home.
Well, let's not take it. I don't want to take it home. I do want to bring up a topic that came to me in the bathroom. I was in the bathroom. I was reading Game Informer. Mm-hmm. I was thinking about the tabooism of racism. And here's the thing. There's the Grand Theft Auto game is coming out. Very
Yeah.
exciting, right? You kill a bunch. Listen to me here, Anthony.
I am listening.
Get off your phone.
Get off your phone.
I have to download a hearing app.
I'm talking about something that I think that you might have some
Better listen.
big fun on. Here's the thing, though. With Grand Theft Auto, you're a crime. You commit these crimes, and that's fun. But they would never do a game where you could be racist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They would not allow that. A game, but you can kill somebody, but you can't judge a few people in a video game. You can't walk around,
Yeah, you can kill a person on the street, but you can't call them a Mexican.
Well, if they're Mexican, you could call them that, maybe.
So
If you're being mean about it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
your point is if you're allowed to do these heinous things in a video game,
Yes.
maybe you should be allowed to do things that are equally. You should be allowed to be racist. My counter argument would be,
That's not what I'm saying.
okay.
But you want to give me your counter argument? Let's just hear it for anyone.
Well, my thing is, I don't know that games like Grand Theft Auto. First of all, there was a time when I had, I believe it was maybe Grand Theft Auto 3 or Vice City.
Yeah.
There was a time in college when I was playing that game, and I literally would have dreams about that map.
Yeah.
Like, I was hard into that game. But I don't know that game should be allowed, Like, I don't think that's right where you can just kill cops. Like, it's
Yeah.
probably bad for kids to live in that reality.
Well, that I don't know. I'm not
sure
disagreeing.
either. Yeah,
I
I'm
just
not
don't
sure
know.
either.
Time will tell. But I just think that everyone makes such a hubbub about racism. Everyone hates racism. I don't think that's the core issue. I think that hatred is the core issue. We'll get to that some other time on a real discussion thing. But I feel like, man, this is crazy. You can go rob a bank, but then if someone, if Kramer gets on stage, says some things, I don't know if this is the same.
Here's why
this
I
is a
think,
bathroom thought. So I don't
no,
know. If it's
I think it's a good thought. I think
100.
it's a very interesting thought because clearly killing people is more immediately harmful. So if you're allowed to do that in the video game, why wouldn't there be a video game where there's racism involved? But first of all, I think there's two parts to this. First of all, I think racism is something that's much easier and subtler to do in real life. So,
More
for instance,
accessible.
I think it's pretty clear that it's wrong to kill someone. So, yes, you're doing it in a video game, but there's a pretty clear boundary that you wouldn't cross that boundary in real life. Whereas if there was a video game where you could just be having racist thoughts or act out racist stuff, I think that would leak into regular life much more easily. Second of all, Grand Theft Auto is an adventure. There's a fun in it in committing those crimes.
I don't know how fun being racist is.
Yeah, I don't think being racist, there's any fun in that. To me, at least, because I'm not a racist person.
Yeah, I mean, just walking around the block, calling a few people, like you get a couple options on what to call a person. I don't know how much fun that would be.
I mean,
why
there's
is shooting
certainly-
them more fun? Why is shooting them more fun?
Because that's an adventure and an action, and you get to live out your bad boy fantasies.
Get out of here,
without-
you wop. Like, that might be fun.
Well,
B button.
I mean, there certainly are games like that exist. There are sort of underground racist games on the internet played by scum and invented by scum. But if that's the kind of game designing you want to get into, go ahead.
No, I was just dabbling in that. I was thinking about it because I'm not going to be the guy who comes out and says he wants to play a racist game. But Grand Theft Auto does bother me. It is a very fun game, but it's kind of he's just sleeping like a baby over there.
Why does it bother you? Because it's too violent?
You're sleeping like a baby. Don't try to come in like you were listening.
Yeah, I was listening.
You might have been, but you are sleeping.
I haven't fallen asleep yet. I fell asleep earlier.
Say this, and I'm obviously nothing gets passed without a vote.
All right.
But I'm thinking of putting you on probation because the last episode you were very tired, and that was excusable. It was a late night sesh.
He did come driving today.
Yeah, we all had busy days. You walked 1,000 dogs.
Oh, he did walk 1,000 times.
I don't understand. I've been listening to this whole conversation.
Yeah, but you're not a listener. You're not the audience.
And let me tell you something.
You guys are talking the whole time. You want me to just talk nonsense because I have nothing to say? I'm listening, and then if I have something to say, I'll say it.
But let me tell you this. Say
Isn't
you're
that the
sitting
basis
there.
of conversation?
Yes.
You're the joke man.
First of all, you're the
He
joke
said
man.
I'm not the joke man anymore. I'm the schedule guy.
I added you a schedule thing. I didn't take away joke thing.
Oh, I thought you might have taken away joke thing.
You're the schedule
Not
man?
joke thing. I was joke man.
Why wasn't I offered this scheduling job?
Well, come on.
Because he was tired. I wanted to draw him in by giving him you give a dog a bone. You know what I mean? Get him involved.
You yelled at
Give
me
him
for
some
sleeping
responsibility.
because you're not. I will say you're not as active in the podcast today. Your eyes are closed.
That's my point. You may very well be listening, but say you're having a conversation with a guy.
Mm-hmm.
That guy's listening to you, but for all intents and purposes appears to be asleep. You don't feel very good about that conversation.
Well, you guys, I mean, I've been listening. You guys have been having a discussion. I've liked it, and I had nothing to say on it. You
usually
guys
you
have
have
been
something
tackling
fun to throw in about my weight or how dumb I am, and I kind of missed that. I didn't really get any of those. I didn't get any real digs
My
today.
back hurts.
Oh, still?
Yeah, that is true. He did sleep bad on his back.
I do
so.
keep forgetting bad about your back, but
Well, not to mention, not just the digs. I always find you have sort of a balance that you add to me and Greg's discussion. I'm not getting that right now. Where you have, I like to get your real opinion, not just your sleep thoughts.
yeah.
On the Grand Theft Auto?
Yeah. What do you think? Is it
No,
too
on this
violent?
racist game.
The racist game, the Grand Theft Auto, whatever you want.
Would you play a racist game?
Yes, of course I'd play a racist game. That would be a ton of fun. I don't know what you guys are talking about. That wouldn't be fun. You wouldn't just walk around the streets and going, oh, look at that dumb wop, look at that meatball. That sounds like a good time to me. I'm not saying you're gonna play that game every night, but I'm just saying that's a fun game to me. That is a fun game. Yes.
No, that game's not fun to me, and I'll tell you why. Because the examples you're saying, yeah, that's fun. But let's be honest, what would it really be? It wouldn't be look at that dumb wop, because nobody says that anymore, hardly.
I'm just saying.
Well, the N-word is going to be like the Last Master.
Yeah, but that's terrible. I
don't-
feel so dirty playing a game where it's just we're moving backwards. in
Well,
this
maybe
country.
you could unlock the N-word.
Yeah.
You know?
No.
DLC, downloadable
Like if
content.
if you beat a certain couple levels, you can download more racist terms.
Do you guys want this podcast to get thrown into the category of hate speech?
You asked for my opinion.
Well, no, and I like your opinion, but I'm going to argue with it because I think
That's
it's
fine.
Well, I don't understand why
insane.
killing people is okay.
He brings up a good point. Killing someone is way worse than calling them a kike.
Stealing cars.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know if that game should be here, but I don't think the two of you should be designing a racist video game.
I don't want.
I think we should, and I think that maybe they should incorporate that into Grand Theft Auto. Maybe you take someone's car and you're like, hey, thanks a lot for the ride, you filthy Dominican.
Well, I think they might do that already.
Oh, really?
Well, I don't
That's
know.
Fun.
I've never played it.
That's fun to me. Because, look, what's your fantasy? You're living out the fantasy of being a murderer, or you're living out the fantasy of being a racist? I'd rather be a murderer. I mean, I'd rather be a racist than a murderer.
That's the thing.
Nah, not me.
I got to say that, too. I kind of agree. I get worried because what makes me want to kill people but doesn't want to make me be racist? They're both evil things.
Look, I got no problems saying anything. It's fun to me. I know that's wrong.
Yeah, very wrong.
But I'm not. Look, here's the thing. When I'm saying it, I'm not saying it in a way. I'm not letting someone get a job or anything like that. I'm not denying somebody's rights. I'm calling somebody a name because I think it's fun to do that. Like I thought it was funny when my uncle used
real
to
life.
do
We
that.
talk about video games, right?
Yeah,
Because
you
seem
shifted
very-
real quickly.
We did.
No. I mean
Into
in
the
game.
fact that you're a racist.
No. That's fine.
Well-
I'm not going to be so pious and say that I'm not a racist. That's crazy.
I
to me.
don't think you're a racist.
And I don't
think
think
you're a racist.
not being a
Don't
racist is
listen to him.
pious.
He's not a racist. He's never. I don't.
Look,
What?
I'm not some non-racist prude.
Look, I'm not. What I'm saying is that, like, in the game, you're not denying people. You're not denying people rights or anything like that. Isn't that the core of racism?
But I mean, I think that might be a level in the game because in Grand Theft Auto, you kill hookers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So I'm saying
I
if
think
you're a
that's
racist
fun.
in the game,
Then you got levels of racism.
there's like things you probably have to do. But
Yeah, that's fun. I think that's a fun game.
I'm not saying why is it healthier to want to fill out the fantasy of driving around killing people but not being a racist?
Well, I think,
I don't-
like I said, I think the answer to that, first of
You
all,
guys woke me up for this.
first,
Yeah. Well, because let me also say, let me throw this in. I'm sorry to keep cutting off, but I feel as though maybe I don't want
Still
to
laughing.
do a racist game. I don't want to. I feel like, but I think that might be because of culture. Culture putting it on my head.
that's good. It's good that culture has made us not want to be racist. We're evolving. We shouldn't be racist.
But do we wanna be
But let me tell
killers?
you. Well, here's the thing.
Yeah, but
First of
throwing
all,
a fun
I have-
barb out every now and again, that's a fun time.
I have serious I have serious concerns about Grand Theft Auto because I love playing that game, but I do feel like the majority. Don't put your microphone. Okay, you're sticking it out your.
That is
shirt.
a good thing.
That's
He's
fine.
got it through
Yeah,
the
that's
bottom.
fine.
Let's
no.
just explain that.
Yeah.
Explain that because that's something that needs to be.
I'm
explained.
trying to keep
So
myself
Anthony
awake.
put his microphone under his shirt and stuck it out his neck hole. It seems to be working okay. Here's the thing.
Force of water.
I do have issues with Grand Theft Auto.
We'll talk.
All those, actually, even the war games, because the truth is, a lot of the people playing those games are kids, right? And a lot of those kids play those games all the time. And I'm not one of these guys that say fucking listening to music or playing a video game or watching a movie is going to make you do something in real life. You know,
So then why isn't the racist game fun?
But hold on, there's some level of personal responsibility and there's some responsibility
think
for
it's
your
fun.
for your parents. But I do think when a game is just so indiscriminately about killing and it's so involved and so makes killing so fun and rewarding, there's something a little off about that, and possibly, for instance, if I don't have a kid, I don't think I'll have a kid for a while. But if I did, I wouldn't let him play Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, I think that's adults. It's an adult game.
And then on top of that, on top of concerns about that game, the violence that occurs in that game is so out of the realm of something you can actually do. In other words, to actually kill a police officer or kill someone or rob a bank, you really have to cross a lot of boundaries and really make a decision. Whereas if you had some racist game where you just call a guy walking down the street a racist name, I think that's very easily achievable in real life. So a kid plays that game,
No, I don't know, man.
sees how easy it is, and then just goes out and does it. Much easier than you would be able to do
You got a
in
gun.
Grand Theft
You shoot
Auto.
a guy walking on the street.
Yeah, but that's you got to cross a lot of boundaries to do that. You got to get a gun. You got to make that decision. You got to pull the trigger. Know you're ending someone's life. Whereas if it's just saying a word to someone, it's just a word. So if you're playing this game all day long, which I still don't know what's fun about the
Pretty
game.
good.
I don't
pretty good,
think there'd be a lot of return value on the game, but I could see playing the game like once and having a good time with it for a little bit, maybe like 20 minutes or something like that.
There probably is, like Brendan said, a bunch of racist games.
Create
There
my
are
character.
racist games.
You
I
know
know
what'd be
there
fun
are.
in the racist game? It's just all old people. You know what I mean? All the characters are like grandmothers and grandfathers. That's who you could
But why-
be.
I
Those
just-
are your characters. You know what I mean? Then you can unlock terms.
Yeah, we.
That's fun. You guys don't think that's a fun
Like you're
game?
really sticking up for this game, but you don't see the flip side to it, that this is encouraging racism? This theoretical game is encouraging someone to, not like for you.
Yeah, no, it is.
I know where you're coming from. I know you're not a racist person.
Yeah.
So I know for you,
I
it's
thought we were just saying if the game was fun. Yeah, it's encouraging.
Well, to be honest
racism.
with you, with the game being fun, I'd really have to see on how they're going to build it. I mean, the gameplay, the controls. I don't know what this is going to be.
I
like.
thought our ideas were fun though. I'd forget what I was answering. I was answering if
The
we
game
should
would be
make
fun.
a game like
well,
this?
we're not making a game. First of all, we don't know how to make games.
I don't know how to make games.
Second of all, if I was making a game, this is the game you're describing
You said
is
that
the
when I
last game
play
I'd
that
sign up.
game, that's what you said?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, it'd be fun for like 20 minutes.
Here's the thing. Here's why. If everyone was like you, I'd say fine, have a game like that because I know you're not racist.
Right.
I know you'd be playing it for the shock value and it's absurd
That's
and
funny.
it's funny to you
Yeah.
Oh, that's
because
a
you
good way
can
to
see the
explain what Anthony's saying.
ridiculousness of racism, so you
Yeah.
don't care.
Yeah.
That's sort
Exactly.
of like that's kind of the comedian's perspective when a bunch of comedians are together in groups of even mixed races, you'll hear a lot of crazy shit because just comedians knowing that amongst themselves they like to take shit to the next level.
Yeah,
because
it's fun.
It's outrageous and funny, but most people aren't like that. So most people that would play that game would be racist.
Yeah, no, I think it would encourage racism. I don't think it'd be a positive thing.
All right.
I
So-
just said that I would play that game. It'd be fun.
Yeah. Well,
What do you guys think about these? I had a topic.
Okay.
Are we done with this one?
well, no, I have one more thing, but you guys are very passionate about it. Yeah, I think I'm done with that topic.
I'm done with this topic, yeah.
Check out my topic. And
Okay,
I'm going to
but
try
hold
to
on.
explain.
Wait,
it pretty
I'm
cool.
not done. Let's all make an agreement. You guys don't have to agree, but I'm going right now. I'm very much against racist. I'm very much against a racist video game. For if anyone that wasn't clear, I don't want this game made. I don't want to play it. Get it out of here. Nobody else is on board. All right, couple of racists. Go ahead, Anthony.
What about these drones? Hold on, though. Let me explain.
Oh,
I mean, we
We're
need
at a-
3 hours to talk about drones. First, we're gonna have to explain to you what a drone
God, you're taking down my drone
is.
conversation.
Go ahead, give us the drones.
Okay, so now what do you guys think of this, right? Because you got these drones. Now, drones can be piloted by people just sitting on a computer, like a video game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now,
No one has faith that this conversation is going anywhere.
you guys are railroading this thing before it
Let's
gets
hear
off
it.
the
Oh, you're
ground.
giggling like a school kid.
Yeah, this is a
About
fun
drones.
one. This is a fun one.
All right.
All right, so you got these drones. Now the pilots of these drones, they're bro, Brendan's making faces at me. It's making me laugh. All right, come on.
All right.
All right, so the pilots of these drones, because they don't, that means the soldiers in the army, you're not going to need big tough guys to be in the army anymore.
Yeah, you're going to need nerds.
You're going to need nerds. So now you got nerds doing the nerd jobs that they always did.
Yeah.
Now you got nerds doing the tough guy jobs. What are we going to do with all these excess tough guys? That's pretty good.
Let me get this straight. Your summation of the main discussion issue regarding drone strikes is not perhaps the morality of attacking people with an unseen vehicle in the sky or going into the sovereign airspace of another country.
Sure.
Or killing innocent civilians. Your main issue with our use of drones is, what are we going to do with all these excess tough guys? Is that
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a very good.
I don't know that tough guys were ever really the ones flying these planes.
Yeah, no, I think so.
No. You're talking a jet pilot is more of a. I don't know if you've seen Top Gun.
I've only seen it once a while ago, and I didn't like it that much.
Jet pilot is a hot shot. You know what I mean? You're not talking about a grunt on the ground, a real special forces
Okay.
type. You're talking about a real speed demon, an adrenaline junkie.
So then they don't have to be kind of tough.
I'd say they're tough. They got balls of steel. They're
They
up
don't
there,
have to be like,
but they're not necessarily.
Physically,
Well, first of all, they're smaller fellas.
right? 'Cause
You,
they
you
gotta
can't be
fit
above a
into the
certain
thing.
height. Yeah.
Like midgets, like on horses.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's fun though. That's a good idea.
All right.
All right.
Well,
Well,
that's the podcast.
that's the podcast for today. Make sure you go on iTunes, give us a review, share this with
Email
friends,
us.
guys. Email us. Call our moms, tell them you like it.
973-418-9696.
Is
That's
that your
my
real
mom's
phone
phone number.
What
That's
are you,
his-
an idiot?
Really his mom's phone
Is
number.
that really his mom's phone number?
Yeah, well, 9694 is his phone number, so call him first.
Jesus.
So
Why am I an idiot? You said call our moms. I was
That
following
was a joke.
instructions.
Now you're going to get your mom's number on the internet.
what
That's
if we
fine.
She doesn't
That's
mind.
fine.
She likes talking to people.
All right.
All right.
I'm sorry I called you an idiot.
That's all right.
Bye, everyone.
That's fine.